Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders who came before them, that taught us this truth. Shalom. Salutations to all the brothers out for the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All the Aquat listening and learning, being a pillar of rest. The 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect. All right, so this place is coming apart at the seams. I'm talking about spiritual Egypt. All right, we should probably get that now. So Revelation 11. Let's lock in. If I can get there. Revelation 11 and 8. And there dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. This is talking about America, where also our Lord was crucified. All right, so back to Egypt here. We start at Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, meaning America. Babylon the Great means America. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst. Come back to destroy this place. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And we see that right now. Okay, they're gearing up for that. These little Dollar General shootings, and they're doing a anti-sim campaign right now. So they're stirring everybody up. This is, I said 19 and 3, which is a point. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Okay, let's get this. Let's finish it. In the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Now I want to read that in the NIV. The Egyptians will lose heart. Talk about the Americans. They're losing heart right now. You can't insure your home. They know that the hurricanes, the man-made hurricanes, the fires, as a result of that, Californians can't even insure their home. And you're required to have homeowners insurance. Let me see. The Egyptians will lose heart, and I will bring their plans to nothing. All right? I got a 30-year loan on my... Well, guess what? They will plead with their idols for wisdom and call on their spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. Did I read both of those? I probably did. Let me read the NIV again. The Egyptians will lose heart, and I will bring their plans to nothing. They will consult the idols and the spirits of the dead, the mediums, and the spiritists. Okay? So they're going to lose heart. They're going to lose heart. The spirit of the Egyptians within them will be emptied out. Okay? Demoralized. Okay? The Americans will be demoralized. Okay? Exhausted. The Egyptians will become exhausted within them. I will frustrate its plans. They will become disturbed within. Their spirit shall fail, their spirit shall fail, troubled, confuse their plans. Broken in the bowels thereof. Make void in the midst of it. Unravel their plans. Destroy their morale. Okay, drained of courage. Empty within it. Emptied out. The Egyptians shall ebb away within. Confuse their strategy. Destroy their counsel. Okay, so you get the point? Now, how does that happen? You ain't got no money. When you can't... who did the video the other day with all the women just complaining? TikTok complaining. Let's let Lena Petrova speak her piece real quick. 10 days ago. You know what? I want unbanking. I don't want banking. I want unbanking. So Slovakia, let me. I thought I found something on unbanking. Apparently I did. Okay, because they're hiding that. Unbanking 2023. Slovakia, bear with me. See if I can find it. About Nigeria. The banks are failing, right? And the money, they're changing it, all right? Because this thing is coming crashing down. So they're hiding this, right? Unbanking Nigeria. How about that? Let's see if that comes in. What's going on in Nigeria right now? Right? They're not going to say. This is crazy. Nigerian blackout. They shut the power down. 3 days electricity supply. Blackout across Nigeria as national grid collapses. That's huge. Okay, why are they doing that? Because they kicked the French out because they didn't want to participate in the alphabet agenda. All right. Now, this absolutely, okay, this blackout absolutely deals with their monetary system. Okay. So it's like the perfect storm, but they're not gonna tell you what's going on over here. Look, 3 days, 2 days, right? If they're showing you this 2 and 3 days, and like now, okay, that means they want you to see it because they could damn sure hide it if they wanted to. So imagine what would happen to the power grid right now if it went down in Egypt, right? What would happen to the money, all right? The monetary system. How would you buy and sell anything, all right? So I just wanted to show a couple of situations where this place is just falling, imploding in on itself. Okay, so let me see. No. Oh. Ugh, Slovakia. They systematically understand what is going on. You can't get fire insurance. And even if you could, right? Even if you could get insurance, they're not going to pay you out. Why? Because this whole thing is over. State Farm joins AIG in leaving California homeowners insurance market. Why? California's largest homeowner insurance provider no longer writes new policies. Same thing with cars. Okay? Insurance companies change coverage, right? Inside, this is 2 weeks ago, rising cost of homeowners insurance policies in California. So what's going on? Well, they know that this is going to be the outcome of a lot of situations as the grab continues. What do you think is going on over in Maui? You think they're honoring anything that, you know, and all they got to do is change up the language in the situation so that it doesn't meet the needs of getting a payout. Okay, here's the point. This has been going on, right, with all the fires and the storms, right? These are supposedly reputable State Farm farmers, all state, okay? Let alone Geico. Geico's running, okay? They're running. They know that, oh, it's climate change. And, well, what's behind climate change? There's an apparatus behind climate change to be able to change the climate. Yeah? That's like the Center for Disease Control, and nobody's controlling the diseases. What is climate change? Somebody's changing the climate. And it's not a natural thing. Homeowners ditching homeowner insurance over rising 11 days ago. Skipping homeowner insurance. Can you do that?
You didn't choose cat allergies.
Slovakia. We're going to watch this real quick. So this is the wisdom being
abandoning home insurance because of skyrocketing costs.
Slovakia.
$1,000 homeowners are abandoning home insurance because of skyrocketing costs. According to Bankrate, the national average for home insurance jumped 20% last year to more than $1,400 annually, and that's just for a $250,000 home. The jump in premiums is forcing some owners to forego insurance altogether, while others simply think it's a bad use of money and they'd rather invest that capital instead, a strategy that obviously comes with high risk. Here now to explain and react are Angie Newman, Portfolio Manager at UBS Private Wealth Management, and Karen Collins, Vice President for Property and Environmental at the American Property Casualty Insurance Association. Welcome to both of you. Angie, I'll just start with you. And are you ever giving people this advice? Or
Absolutely not.
I can't
It's not
imagine
something
it.
that we lead with by any means, but as you said before, it's provocative, it's a hot topic, it's real, it's happening. And so we, as financial advisors, we work from a planning perspective. We look at cash flow analysis, the best use of funds from an estate planning, a tax planning, investment planning. And we have to understand that the client really does understand the
So
kind
people
of risk
are,
they're taking.
and you're based in New Jersey, but I imagine you might have clients,
Yes, we have
so
lots of clients in Florida.
we always think of this as mostly kind of a Florida or a coastal problem.
Region for sure.
Is it, so give us some scenarios. What are people coming to you with? What kinds of decisions are they making if this really is popping up where people are saying, oh, by the way, I'm not paying my home insurance?
Yeah, well, it started by them saying, listen, a flood of investors came to the market during COVID, bought a home in a coastal region, paid what they thought was a reasonable insurance amount, and then come a year later, their insurance company drops them. They're simply not doing that residential business in the coastal area.
Why?
So then they're scrounging for an alternative. There are very few out there. And when they do finally find one, in some cases, the premiums are double or triple what they had expected. So
Why?
they're coming to me saying, wait a second, isn't there something I can do that's a little bit different than that? Again, this is not something that we recommend across the board. I would say there's a narrow demographic that meets the criteria that this might be appropriate for, but Usually we say, it's a home that obviously cannot have any debt against it, no more.
Okay, so you can see this thing is failing. All right, things are not happening the way that they were once able to. Is the point. Now, let's see. Unbanking. Christian group. See if they're going to show any of this. 8 months, 4 years. Apparently they're not. Because this happened a day or two ago. See? They're hiding it. They're hiding the unbanking, y'all. Letting you know. Yeah, they're hiding it. Let's see. Weaponized banks canceling what? 4 days ago. So this is 3 weeks. Christian Indigenous Advanced Ministries alleges it was, what he alleged? Okay, 3 weeks. Sometimes you got to scour. See, again, they're hiding it. How come this didn't come up in a normal YouTube search? Right? Is this YouTube at all? That's Fox News, I guess. So they're making sure they're controlling the narrative. The hell is this? Debanked. August 25th, 23. Okay, who's being debanked and why? All right, Christian Ministry claiming it was debanked by B of A. All right. Why is this? Okay, they're not writing insurance policies number. Banks are failing. All right, are they not? We're making that up. Okay. Failing banks, U.S. If it doesn't come right up, like an hour ago, see 6 months, 6 months. What is that? 10 days. Isn't that what? Oh, that's Palki, yeah. U.S. banking crisis. Yeah, no problem in banking, right? But you're kicking people out. How is that? And there's absolutely, there's videos on it. Okay. Go here. What is this tick? Economy. That's 11 months, a month ago. I think we saw this. Rent. Okay, so this is Babylon going down. Okay. If you can receive it. Come on, Milo. What is this? I'm sure that this is a commercial at some level. It's a lot there, bear with me. Yeah, it's moving. Everything's moving slow today, so I apologize. My apologies. So apparently, this is not about the cost of living rant. Between that and, yeah, this is crazy. I'm trying to get here.
Some of them are. I'm not saying generally, so don't come to me and be like, oh, I make this much and I'm perfectly fine, or move. Instead of just telling people what they're doing bad, I'm looking at my kids and saying they both work hard. They're both doing everything that I told them to do. Get a good job, work hard, and you should have what you want out of life. Well, that's not happening. So we have to do more. Let's work together as a society, and all generations come together to help our kids. Because I know I didn't have kids just to see them suffer.
With the cost of living so high, I decided to move into my car almost 4 months ago now, and I'd be thriving. I kind of wish I did it sooner. And if you are single and you were responsible and didn't have, 10,000 kids by the age of 30, you could do this life as well. Right now, I'm about to make a zucchini tomato pasta. At the pasta, I use these Moore's packets. These things are amazing. There's so many different flavors. This one's the butter and herb pasta, and it all
And everybody's going to be in this position, all right?
takes 7 minutes to make.
So get ready for it. You got the sterno.
Pasta's done. And now I'm going to add the zucchini. Honestly, I'm practically Chef Ramsay.
He's making himself he's being a pilgrim.
Oh, jolly. Okay.
I don't want to watch him make the whole meal.
Thick. This is way too much food, guys. Still very hot.
The day in my life as an unemployed 30-year-old living at home. I always make my bed first thing, so I'm not tempted to crawl back in and completely give up. And then, of course, next stop is coffee, so I can actually feel something. This is actually the first moment that I realized that Planet Oat Milk is absolutely disgusting. Next is my morning dose of Stoic philosophy, then I'm off to the races at my desk, setting up my notion for the day. I also like to take a moment to reflect on what I'm most grateful for. And lastly, I try to overload myself with tasks so I can still feel like a productive member of society. I jump into an online course that I'm taking, and then I decide, how can I best torture myself today? I decide that it's finally time to download DaVinci Resolve and learn how to color grade in it, but then I open up a video and see this and immediately click out. This leaves me feeling a little dejected, so I get in the car and go to Muay Thai class. I always start with a quick workout in the bag, and then I put on these sexy Muay Thai goggles for sparring class so I can beat people up in style. On the way home, we grab some Chipotle for dinner, and then I'm winding down for the night with the 7.5 deaths
And
of
then I'm
Evelyn
broke.
Castle.
The food prices in the UK are disgusting, really. I bought a few fucking bits the other day, and most of the stuff I bought had gone up £1, £1.50, and this is on items that used to be like £2, £2.50, and now like £3.50, £4, £3.75, and people go, oh, it's only £1, £1.25 extra. I'm like, that's 50%. Mums and dads, totally out of order.
So I made a video a few weeks ago about the cost of living crisis, and it only has recently started to blow up. This is the video in question. And these are the sorts of comments I'm starting to get. You just aren't spending your money wisely. Now, holiday aside, the holiday I've just been on, everyone deserves to go on a holiday. I can't deny that the cost of living has significantly gone up. Anyways, I'm about to go to the shop, and I'm going to just show you that I am right and how much things have gone up in price.
Okay, so this is kind of turned into my own rant, but anyway, clearly, right, the Egyptians are losing heart. Okay? Their spirit is being emptied out. And I didn't get a good reference. That video sucked. Well, they're being demoralized from within. Okay? They're becoming exhausted their plans are being frustrated. I'm living this car. And kudos to the pilgrim, because his mind was in the right place. But anyway, so, I mean, the point is that it's going to get bad out here, all right? Because there's nothing you can do to these demons, right? They're about to come down with great wrath, all right? Because Jake can get in his car. And I mean, that's not part of the plan. They want to starve you out and say, no, you need me. Come in, line up and get this mark. All right, so what am I looking for? 12 and 12. 13. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So, wrap your head around that, all right? The money is changing, and in order to eat, right, you're going to have to play their game, or you'll be in your car making raviolis, you know, and dealing with it. All right, so we hope that that was edifying at some level to the hopeful elect. And with that, we're going to say shalom.